Of Star Wars, and they got movies going into 4 o'clock in the morning. Some places 24 hours. Now, your boy Cino give you guys a quick rundown before we start the new one. Now, from the opening shot, it's amazing. Rian Johnson's visual performance was stunning, to say the least. It was overwhelmingly stunning. So, I was impressed. So I was impressed with the overall look of the film. Now, from the offset, it starts off with just war. It picks up like immediately, right where they left off, from A Force Awakens. And the scale and the scope from an action film and usual other Star Wars films, this takes a bit of a turn. Certain results you think are going to happen don't usually happen in the way that they happen here in this film. You see, they have to come up with different scenarios and different results, and it's more of a learning process. And this movie was all about evolving and passing on knowledge and everything else from not just Jedis and Sith. It was a lot bigger. This film felt more involved with the whole movement of what was happening. It was like a titanic shift from each story that was going on. Now, the only thing that was weak was the Finn and Rose story. Finn and Rose story was kind of weak. But other than that, I think the rest of it was pretty solid. And it wasn't Rose, it was Finn or Boyega. It seemed like he was caught within 2 performances. It was like he was like, look, I'm filming another movie tomorrow. So certain scenes he seemed vested. Certain scenes he didn't seem as vested. Now, the style and the look of this film was a lot different than any other Star Wars film we ever seen. No Star Wars film has ever had scenes in there where they go back in the past and you see things that happened in the past. They never do that in Star Wars. This was a more modernized version of Star Wars. It's a lot more funnier than any Star Wars I've ever seen. A lot of jokes. But the jokes didn't take away from the movie. I mean, they made sure they had their Disney fun, but it didn't take away from the film. And the actual ending of this film and the way it was set up is a lot different than what you might expect from the trailers. So you really don't know how this film is going to end or what is going to happen. You really don't know until you go in and witness it for yourself. Now, Now, when it comes to my rating, I do a 4-star rating. I don't complicate it. I do 4. That's as far as I go. So as far as the rating, way to go, Cyborg. So my rating would be, I would say, 4 stars. 4 out of 4. I can't do it. I almost had a 3.5. Couldn't go 3.5. Had to go 4. Because the only detraction I had from it would be the Finn and Rose team. Like that whole thing. That was because that's the only like downtime. Even though it's not a lot and it showed something else and it seemed like it could have been building towards something else that was happening there. I'm doing this spoiler free so that everybody would know we're not spoiling anything. But that could have been done, I think some of that could have been on the editing room floor is what I'm saying. The runtime is very long. This is like a 3-hour movie and you feel like it's long. Like at certain points in the film, you go like, this thing's been on for a very long time. So, the plot was good. I mean, the plot really followed, it continuously flowed from the last movie. And what Rian Johnson wanted to do was not take away from what J.J. Abrams put in motion, just write it better and shoot it better. The shots here in this film are light years better than what J.J. Abrams did. You'll notice the difference in the director and the first couple of opening shots. I mean, as soon as it comes on, that opening shot sequence in space, I knew what I was in for. I said, oh, yeah, I have not seen this shot in Star Wars ever. And I like it. So, I'm getting ready to watch it again for a second time. So, I just wanted to come out and give you guys a review. So you guys know it's out there, spoiler free. It is worth every penny. It's probably one of the best Star Wars movies made. I don't know about ranking it over Empire, but it's definitely up there. And I can't make that estimation right now because I've just seen it. So you know, right now it's the greatest movie ever made until you actually come down, you know, and then you can able to assess the movie correctly. So I can't rate it right now as far as the rest of the other Star Wars. But I'm finna go back in here. Y'all take care. May the Force be with you.